Once again, we see a golfer whose posture is dominated by bending forward at the waist rather than the hips, creating the rounded back. That also puts a lot of pressure on the back. Let's go ahead and watch this in slow motion. Okay, cut that a little thin. Again, no rotation to the right foot. Let's come back just to the impact position. As he's coming through here, we'd like to see rotating downward instead of a lifting motion. Got to hit that ball on the way down. This one was hit on the way up. Let's take a look at the plane of the swing. Oops, I missed that one. There's the plane. Stays on plane nicely. Pretty good there. Stays under the club. Just the problem was he just didn't quite get down. Notice how you can see where the left leg has got around behind him, straightened up. That's what's creating the thin hit. He's not getting any weight transfer to the front side. So we'll begin by watching in slow motion. Nice takeaway. Good rotation. Could use a little bit more hip turn. Let's go ahead and watch it from the setup here. We'll draw the setup line in here. Give her power line. Go back. See, it stays above that line. Very nice. Maybe lifting the hands a little too much. We'd like the hands to stay more down on the line. She actually got a little bit above it. She's dropping the club into the slot pretty good. Okay, the one thing we're going to work on is keeping those hands at that setup line. You need to stay on that line on the way back. You go way above it. Okay, we know what to work on next week. We have a lot of lines drawn here. We're going to see what kind of movement we have here. We're going to watch the swing in slow motion. See how much lifting there is in the head. A lot of extra movement here. Head goes way up. Starts down. Okay, we're in a pretty good setup right there. Club goes back too far to the inside and too shut. Notice the face of the club hasn't rotated. So she's really kind of lifting the club up. And that's why she's standing up and losing her spine angle. And she's going to come back down, dropping the club fairly good into the slot, just a little high. Turning through the shot. Swinging abruptly to the inside, not to the outside enough. Not a lot of use of the legs. Also, at this point here, we'd like to see the left elbow being a little bit more down, not so high. Slow motion. Pretty good little pitch turn there. What I'd like to see is a little more bent at the hips. It looks like you're bending at your waist at your setup position. So I'd like you to see a little bit more of the bending lower. When we bend at the hips, we're bending kind of down in here more, just above the top of our thighs. That gets rid of the rounding of the back. So we're going to work a little on that, getting you a little bit more bent over so your arms can hang down a little bit more and give you a little better angle on the shaft plane. Notice that the shaft plane is pretty well straight up and down here, and there's not really much angle between the shaft plane and the arm plane. There should be 144 degrees there. Let's go ahead and watch the takeaway. A little too far to the inside, although my angle's a little off. Turning into the shot. I like your turning into the shot right there. That was really nice. Well done. Well done. Once again, we have a golfer that's bent over a little too much at the waist, not enough at the hips. A little stiff takeaway. And a pull shot. Notice he didn't get any weight transferring to the front side. And he doesn't look real happy. Let's go back and take a look at that again. We'll draw the shaft plane. I got a little close to him on this one. See, club's going too far back. So on pretty good plane there. Then he just kind of lifts up out of the swing. A little over the top, not bad. Club shaft is right on the plane there, really nicely done. But because he didn't rotate his hips into the shot, Notice how his right knee is not turning towards the target, but just kind of leaning forward. That's why he's going to have a slight pull. Pretty minor change, just a little more dynamic leg action. Let's watch the swing. It's a pretty nice swing. Let's break it down into its parts, see what's going on here. Let's bring the spine angle in here. That's not bad. 1 o'clock. Head's down a little bit. I'd like to see the chin up, but it really isn't too bad. Bring the shaft line in right there. Let's watch the turn now. Club's just a hair below, but not bad. Pretty good hand position there. It's going to bring the hands up, and then a little over the top. Typical amateur, but dropping it in pretty nicely right there. Look at the right hip and the right elbow coming through right together. Good arm extension down the line. Good swing.